Happy Saturday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. I titled my message today, This is a Key Component to Your Health. What are we talking about today? We're talking about hydration and the importance of staying hydrated, right? And then in terms of like water, for example, let's talk about water. Most people don't even drink water, to be quite honest, but there's so many benefits to water. Number one, what does it help you do? It helps to regulate your body temperature. It helps to cushion your joints, right? It helps them to keep them lubricated and cushioned. And then it also helps to get rid of waste, right? It helps you get rid of waste through you going to the bathroom, urinating, through you sweating, and then also through bowel movements. So did you know that 60 to 80% of your body is made up of water, and that people still don't drink it? So it's vital for your organs. And then if you don't know how to figure out how much water you need, you take your body weight, you divide that by 2, and that's how many ounces you need. So if you weigh 120 pounds, you divide that by 2, you need 60 ounces of water for your particular body type, okay, for your particular frame. So take your body weight, divide that by 2. That will give you the amount of ounces that you need to drink. You can always drink more water than that. I remember when I used to take the boys to basketball practice, and just like last summer when I used to have to drive Simon to Milwaukee from here after work. So we had no room to stop for bathroom breaks, because literally I'd get off work, get in the car, take him to practice, which is a 3-hour drive, and there was just no room to stop because we always ran into traffic, we always ran into unexpected things, and it created a bad habit. It created a habit in me where I was not drinking enough water. So when you do that long enough, you end up in a deficit, right? You end up being dehydrated. And how can you tell if you're dehydrated? The color of your urine, right? If you have urine that's like an apple juice color or darker, that is telling you that you're dehydrated. If you have clear, that means you're hydrated. So it's a good way to gauge that. And if you're anything like me, I love to drink water at night. So late at night, I'm drinking water. So when I get up in the morning, I actually have clear urine, which is nice. And I'm also able to still sleep through the night, thank goodness, without having to get up, a bunch of times. But it is so critical that you stay hydrated. And sometimes when you start to get dehydrated, you might experience some dizziness. So if you ever are wondering why you're feeling dizzy, drink some water. Or maybe leg muscle cramps. If you have a tendency to have some muscle cramping, know that could be a cause of dehydration. It could be caused from dehydration. And then 2, if you're just fatigued, if you're feeling just exhausted, try to drink some water. That might be a sign too that you are dehydrated. So it is so critical that you put in the fluids and stay hydrated. Of course, water being the best thing for hydration, but you can use other fluids too. And anything can help towards that except for alcohol. Okay, so, and be careful with the juices. Like if you're thinking about juices, try to stay away from like juice drinks, like fruit juice drinks. Those tend to have a lot of sugar in them. So if you're going to do the fruit, just use regular fruit. Use the actual fruit itself, if that's what you're going to do, and then you can juice it, or you can do whatever you want with that. But try to stick with water. And then as far as alcohol goes, red wine has been known to have some incredible benefits on heart health. So in moderation though, because once you start to hit the too many glasses of wine, then you're hitting the sugars, and that can contribute to some serious problems down the road for you. So stay hydrated. Know that if you're exercising twice a day, like I'm doing with the 75 hard, make sure you're at least getting a gallon of water. And that's why I'm excited that the plan tells you that you have to have at least a gallon of water. Why? Because we have to do 2 45-minute workouts. One has to be indoors, one has to be outdoors. So that means you're sweating. That means you're needing to replace that. And as I watch my boys play basketball, I always tell them it's imperative that you stay hydrated, right? So we always make sure that they're drinking well before the games start, and then they're drinking during the games, and they're drinking after the games, right? Because it's so easy as you perspire and as you sweat it out, It's so critical that you're replacing that. Think about think about think about it in three ways, what we call the 3 R's, right? So you are rebuilding, you're replenishing, you're rebuilding, and then you're rehydrating, right? You're replenishing through carbs, you're rebuilding through protein, and then you're replenishing through you're rehydrating through water. 3 R's. So keep your body healthy by taking care of it. And I also have a like a chart type thing that shows the different kind of beverages that you might be drinking, and then the approximate number of calories that each one provides, and then what it takes for you to burn that off. It's alarming. So of course, for water, there's 0 calories, so that's easy. But think about this for a second. A drink, like if you had like 8 ounce glasses of margaritas, do you know that that's like between 800 to 1200 calories? And then do you know what it takes to burn that off? Like, oh my gosh, it's like 8 miles worth of work. That's a lot. So you've got to think twice about the drinks that you're putting in your body, right? Stick with the water, supplement with other things. And then, caffeinated drinks, drink those in moderation. Of course, most of us need our caffeine to function during the day. And if you want to know the kind of drink that I like to have with caffeine, it gives me mental focus, it gives me the get up and go. I'd be happy to share that with you. And then too, if you also just need tips on what you can do for before, post, pre-workout, during the workout, and post-workout, hit me up too, and I'll be happy to share some information with you as well. So I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.